Can Ilayya Thalapathy Vijay, superstar, turn into super neta in Tamil Nadu? He has just about 2 years to do it. So let's break down for you from his rally yesterday what exactly has emerged as a strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. Starting off with his strength, of course, he has a massive fan base, evident in his rally, which had 3 lakh people in attendance. What also is favourable for him is that largely his fan base is among youngsters who are in their 20s or 30s. So that also largely helps him. He's known to have a clean image and has always steered away from controversy. Weaknesses, the first one that obviously comes to mind is that he has zero experience in politics, has never even taken a political stand before this on issues. There's no clear political ideology, and I'll explain to you why I say that in a bit, despite his rally yesterday. There's also not enough time before the 2026 election, so he has to get done with his groundwork, his campaign, his strategy, everything immediately. Opportunity is there for Thalapathy Vijay. He can make the most of a political void and eat into the AIADMK vote base, which just hasn't been able to perform the way they used to after Jayalalitha's demise. So that's opportunity there for Vijay to do well. Lakhs of youth have signed up for the Tamaraga Vetri Karagam, which is the political outfit of Thalapathy Vijay. We're talking about 10 lakh youth who've already signed up for the membership. It can also, Vijay has an opportunity here to form a powerful alliance to take on DMK. And the reason we say that is because he's expressed yesterday in his rally that he's open to an alliance. Then, of course, Tamil Nadu's track record of their love for superstars who've entered politics, who've been successful as well. Vijay can learn from those. It serves as an opportunity for him to do well. What are the threats for Vijay? He has to take on the might of Dravidian parties, and it's no small feat, no easy task with the kind of resources they have, the popularity, and for how long they've ruled Tamil Nadu politics. He has to also solely rely on his own resources. We're talking about money, popularity is the one single face for the party, so he'll have to spread himself out wide and far. Recent film stars who entered politics weren't very successful. Think Kamal Haasan as well, legend, and yet didn't do very, very well. So this is essentially the strength, weakness, opportunity and threat for Thalapathy Vijay. Let's get down to the big messaging that came in from Vijay's rally yesterday, particularly on what his ideology is. Is he leaning towards Dravidian parties? Is he leaning towards the BJP sense of politicking? Let's tell you more in our next report on exactly where Vijay stands.
A superstar entry into politics. Ilayya Thalapathy Vijay has now a new avatar as the president of the Tamaraga Vetri Karagam, or as it translates, the victory of the Tamil people. As Vijay took to stage to address a massive crowd of nearly 7 lakh people, everyone had just one question. What is Vijay's political ideology? Vijay started off his speech by addressing the elephant in the room, his lack of experience in politics.
அப்ப அந்த குழந்தைக்கு பாம்பை கண்டா பயம் இல்லையான்னு ஒரு கேள்வியும் வரும். பாச உணர்வே என்னன்னு சொல்ல தெரியாது அந்த குழந்தைக்கு பயம்னா மட்டும் எப்படிங்க சொல்ல தெரியும்? இங்க அந்த பாம்பு தான் அரசியல். அத கையில பிடிச்சி விளையாட ஆரம்பிக்கிறது தான் உங்க
With massive cutouts of Periyar, Kamarajar and more on stage, Vijay struck an important balance and clarified on whether he has the same beliefs as Dravidian parties.
பெரியார் எங்க கொள்கை தலைவர், எப்படி, ஏன்? பெரியார் சொன்ன கடவுள் மறுப்பு கொள்கையை மட்டும் நாங்க கையில் எடுக்க போறதே இல்லை. எங்களுக்கு அதில் உடன்பாடும் இல்லை. யாரோட கடவுள் நம்பிக்கைக்கும் நாங்க எதிரானவங்க இல்லை. அரசியல் அண்ணன் தம்பி உறவை அறிமுகப்படுத்தின அறிஞர் அண்ணா சொன்ன மாதிரி ஒன்றே குலம் ஒருவனே தேவன்றதுதான் எங்க நிலைப்பாடும்.
While not taking any names, Vijay did make it quite clear he was anti-DMK and anti-BJP. The indication rather seems to be he's taken a bit of both.
திராவிடமும் தமிழ் தேசியமும் இந்த மண்ணோட இரண்டு கண்கள் என்பதுதான் நம்மளுடைய தாழ்மையான கருத்தும். அதனால நாம எந்த ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட அடையாளத்துக்குள்ளேயும் நம்மளை சுருக்கிக்காம தமிழ்நாட்டு உரிமைகளை சார்ந்த இந்த மண்ணுக்கான மதச்சார்பற்ற சமூக நீதி கொள்கைகள், அதாவது செக்யூலர் சோஷியல் ஜஸ்டிஸ் ஐடியாலஜிஸ்.
Thalapathy Vijay is clearly platforming himself as an alternative to both DMK and BJP. It's a big gamble for him, as he pointed out too when he concluded his speech.
தேர்தல் அரசியல்ல ஜெயிச்சவங்க தோத்தவங்க அத்தனை பேர் பாடத்தையும் படிச்சுட்டு பல பேரோட உந்துதலை ஊக்கமாய் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு என்னோட கெரியரின் உச்சத்தை என்னோட கெரியரின் உச்சத்தை உதறிட்டு அந்த ஊதியத்தை உதறிட்டு உங்க விஜயா உங்களை மட்டுமே நம்பி வந்திருக்கேன்.
So will the gamble pay off? Vijay's speech has created quite a flutter, but there's still a lot more clarity needed on exactly what kind of politics the superstar Neta espouses. Bureau Report, India Today.
So what you saw from Vijay there was a very massy speech. He also clearly spoke from his heart on why he's entered politics. A lot of comparisons right now to power star Pawan Kalyan and how successful Pawan Kalyan has been in politics in Andhra Pradesh. There's a lot of chatter on it on social media. So we thought we'd decode also what Ilayya Thalapathy Vijay can actually learn from Pawan Kalyan to be as successful as Pawan Kalyan has been to transition from a superstar to a super neta. First, Pawan Kalyan successfully converted his fan base into a voter base. For Vijay too, it's very much possible, because if you look at the fan base here, it's a young fan base that Pawan Kalyan enjoys. It's a young fan base that Vijay also enjoys. You can use that to your best advantage, and Vijay can learn how to do that from Pawan Kalyan. Create a smart alliance to take on political powerhouse. Pawan Kalyan got the TDP, the BJP together, essentially ensured that there was an agreement to take on YSRCP. Vijay has already made it very clear he's open to alliances, and that's why he can perhaps learn from Pawan Kalyan to hold on to another strong regional party and together fight it out in Tamil Nadu to take on a powerhouse like the DMK. Have a strong political ideology. Now, while there's been a lot of comparisons between Vijay and Pawan Kalyan, clearly what Pawan Kalyan espouses is very difficult for Vijay to actually put into motion in Tamil Nadu, because Pawan Kalyan speaks of Sanatana Dharma, speaks about that kind of politics which hasn't worked in Tamil Nadu. So while he can't really follow what Pawan Kalyan has done, he will need to ensure that similarly he has a strong political ideology. Use superstardom to create a power-packed campaign. What Pawan Kalyan did was kind of bring his superstar image into his campaigns as well. So you had a superstar out there to meet fans. He had all of these massy campaigns with punch dialogues. He had the Varahi campaign where he'd go out in this massive vehicle. Vijay will be looking to do that as well, to ensure that the energy that he brings as a superstar always remains alive. Now, in Tamil Nadu, of course, stars turning to politics isn't something that's new, and there are many who've tasted success. There were legendary ones, of course, like Dr. MGR and Jayalalitha. Will Ilayya Thalapathy Vijay be able to crack that formula? Let's take a look back in time in Tamil Nadu's tryst with stars turning into successful politicians.
Anna of Tamil politics, M.G. Ramachandran was a congressman before he joined Annadurai's DMK. He was a superstar of Tamil films. Using his popularity, he built a political kingdom that spanned decades. 3 years after Annadurai's death, MGR left DMK and formed his own party, AIA-DMK, and came to power in Tamil Nadu within 5 years of its inception. MGR became the chief minister. He was the first film star to assume the role in India in the year 1977. Except for a 4-month hiatus in 1980, when his government was thrown by the centre, he remained the chief minister till his death in 1987. Leading the AIA-DMK to 2 more electoral wins in 1980 and 1984. Jayalalitha was a disciple of MGR. she was a superstar of the Tamil films before she followed her mentor to the political arena and joined his party, the AIADMK. Her rise was rapid. Multilingual Jaya soon became AIADMK's propaganda secretary and was elected to the Rajya Sabha. But at the time of MGR's death, there was a war that broke out in the party line over the inheritance of his political legacy, and Jayalalitha firmly stood her ground despite being shoved and heckled as she proclaimed herself to be his successor. In 1989, she became the leader of the opposition in the Tamil Nadu Assembly with her bête-noire Karunanidhi as the chief minister. In 1991, she became the chief minister, defeating Karunanidhi's DMK party. In the next 5 years, she continued to consolidate her power, even though she was criticized for her lavish way of living. In the next assembly elections, Jayalalitha lost her seat and AIADMK was wiped out in the hustlings in 1996. After coming back to power, Karunanidhi rigorously pursued corruption charges against Jayalalitha and she was thrown in prison. But in the 1998 general elections, she re-emerged as the kingmaker in Atal Bihari Vajpayee-led coalition government as her withdrawal of support toppled the government within a year of coming to power. Jayalalitha by then was a seasoned politician and she led her party back to victory in the state of Tamil Nadu in 2001, even though she herself was barred from contesting elections because of corruption charges. Those were the heydays of political drama in Tamil Nadu. Jayalalitha took oath only to hand over her reign to OPS. 6 months later, after her acquittal, she retrieved her power and completed her term only to face defeat in the next assembly election. Jayalalitha once again became the leader of opposition and stormed back to power in 2011. She then became the Amma of Tamil politics. But 3 years into her fourth term, she was convicted in a disproportionate assets case and was disqualified from her office, only to return in 2015 after her acquittal. The following year, she swept the assembly elections to become the second chief minister in Tamil Nadu after her mentor MGR to have won successive vote mandate to retain power. But it was short-lived as Jayalalitha fell sick at the end of 2016 and after 2.5 months of being in hospital, she died, leaving a vacuum that AIADMK still hasn't been able to fill.